Please subscribe my channel. Imagine this. One ordinary evening out suddenly turns into the most intense and eye-opening confrontation you've ever faced. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ryan. I'm 37 years old, and I've been married to Sophia for 12 years. To the outside world, our life looked picture perfect. A comfortable home in a quiet neighborhood near Carmel, Indiana, our loyal dog named Max, rewarding jobs we both enjoyed, and those relaxing escapes on weekends now and then. Yet as every long-term relationship evolves, hidden issues begin to surface in unexpected ways. And on that fateful Thursday evening, those issues exploded into a massive divide. Sophia had grown increasingly withdrawn over the past several months. I'd observed how her phone never left her side, the mysterious messages arriving late at night, and the abrupt outings with girlfriends that seemed to pop up out of nowhere. I approached the situation carefully, starting gentle discussions and making thoughtful gestures. I even reserved a peaceful retreat at a lodge in the mountains to help us rediscover our connection, but she dismissed my attempts as if they meant nothing. That evening, I returned home exhausted from the office, hoping for a peaceful dinner and an opportunity to open up. But Sophia wasn't there. Her keys lay on the counter, a subtle trace of her favorite scent hung in the air, and a brief message on the dining table said, "Heading out with the girls. Don't stay awake for me." At first, it seemed perfectly normal. Everyone needs time with friends, I told myself to ease the worry. But deep down, an uneasy feeling gnawed at me. A short while later, my phone rang. It was Megan, Sophia's closest friend. "Sophia's at a lively spot in downtown Chicago," she said hesitantly. She's pretty emotional right now." My heart tightened instantly. I had complete faith in Sophia, but Megan's hesitant tone hinted at something far more serious than a simple gathering. I quickly grabbed my coat and car keys, driven by a resolute composure I hadn't expected to feel. When I arrived at the venue, the glowing signs outside outshone the inner turmoil building within me. Sophia sat at a booth surrounded by her group, her laughter ringing out boldly as she clutched her phone. Yet that laughter carried a sharp, defiant edge, one I hadn't witnessed from her in ages. The moment she spotted me, her expression shifted to something fierce and confrontational. "Then end this marriage," she declared sharply, slamming her phone down on the table for emphasis. I paused briefly, feeling a surge of heat, but I held my voice even and firm. In my mind, vivid memories rushed forward. Our 12 years together, those serene mornings over coffee, the meals we shared, the joy that had gradually faded. It all played like a poignant highlight reel. Still, I refused to lash out in anger, especially not here, in front of everyone. Drawing a deep breath, I leaned in just a bit and replied calmly, "If that's truly what you desire, Sophia, I won't stand in your way." The impact hit her immediately. Her eyes grew wide with shock, piercing through her bold facade. This was the steady poise I hadn't displayed in so long, the kind that forces someone to truly confront the weight of their own statements. She parted her lips to reply, but no words emerged. If this tale is pulling you in and stirring your emotions, hit that like button right now. It helps spread these powerful insights to others who need them. Her companions shifted uncomfortably, exchanging hushed murmurs. I remained steady, allowing the heavy quiet to carry more force than any heated debate ever could. Then came the pivotal instant that slowed the entire night to a crawl. Sophia's assurance began to crumble. She rose suddenly, grabbing her bag, and mumbled an excuse about heading out. I stepped outside after her, maintaining my even, reassuring tone. "Sophia, we can discuss this back at home if you're open to it. No blame, just honest understanding." She let out a harsh, pained laugh, a reminder of the vibrant woman I'd fallen for and the distant version she'd turned into. "You believe a conversation can repair everything? It's beyond fixing now." I didn't push back or debate. Instead, I matched her intensity with intentional serenity, placing the full weight of decision on her shoulders. Drop a comment below. What would your response have been in Ryan's position? Share your perspectives on navigating these raw, charged situations. Sophia paused at the sidewalk, her shoes tapping anxiously on the pavement. I could sense her wavering, the internal battle hidden beneath layers of frustration and ego. In that moment, a profound realization struck me. Over these 12 years, I'd nurtured our bond with unwavering endurance, devotion, and gentle encouragement. But here she was, challenging its very core on a bustling street. I chose to anchor myself firmly, becoming the steady center amid the chaos. Sophia, you can head back in, or we can depart together peacefully. It's entirely your call. Her friends glanced out from the entrance, murmuring quietly. Sophia's expression eased just a touch, enough to reveal the vulnerability beneath her toughness. She started to speak, paused, and then whispered softly, "Let's head home." I acknowledged with a measured nod, keeping my feelings balanced. This wasn't about claiming victory or making a statement. It was about allowing the truth to emerge naturally. The cool evening breeze felt refreshing, and for the first time in ages, the strain seemed bearable. We made our way to the vehicle together, walking closely yet without contact as a thoughtful hush enveloped us. Comment the word clarity if you believe Ryan managed this masterfully. Let's gauge how many appreciate this grounded method. We slid into the seats, the motor purring gently like a subtle rhythm against the remaining unease. Sophia sat in silence, thumbing through her device once more, though I caught the faint quiver in her fingers. For the first evening in a while, her guarded exterior was fading, exposing layers of bewilderment, remorse, and apprehension. I held off on speaking right away. I gave the quiet room to expand, allowing her to absorb the significance of her outburst and the disruption it unleashed. I sensed the quiet strength of composed confidence taking hold, the way genuine insight often prevails without force. At last, she turned toward me, her gaze searching. "Ryan, I lifted a hand softly. "Sophia, hold on, just hear me out first. I didn't rush here to fight or criticize. I came because you're my partner, and no matter the circumstances, you matter deeply to me. But tonight's events opened my eyes to something vital." She furrowed her brow, unsure. Her defenses lingered, yet visible fissures appeared. I pressed on, voice unwavering. Mutual honor and faith form the bedrock of any enduring bond. When those erode into a vast gap, little else holds meaning. You tested my boundaries this evening, and I responded with poise. That's not frailty, it's insight. Now, the next steps rest with you. Sophia gulped visibly, her reply a faint murmur. I never imagined you'd remain this composed. I offered a gentle, understanding nod. Often, quiet speaks volumes, and managing turmoil gracefully shapes the result. Tonight offers us a crossroads, turmoil or insight. What's your choice? She stayed silent for an extended pause. Only the gentle whir of the wheels on the road filled the space. I watched her inner turmoil reflect on her features, the fury, the guilt, the dawning awareness that she'd misjudged my resolve. Then, unexpectedly, she bowed her head and breathed out deeply. I want to return home," she admitted at last, her tone soft yet authentic. "I'm tired of the battles. I choose insight, like you described." A wave of quiet relief swept through me, though I maintained my equilibrium. I understood this evening wasn't about asserting control. It centered on rebuilding equilibrium, honor, and shared compassion. In that subtle admission, a transformation began. The strain didn't dissolve completely, but a clearer route ahead emerged. If this instance of heartfelt insight resonates and could inspire someone close to you, pass along this narrative thoughtfully to those who might gain from its wisdom. We arrived home united. The atmosphere in the vehicle shifted dramatically from my drive to the venue, now serene, deliberate, introspective. Sophia avoided excessive chatter, and I refrained from probing. We embraced the profound silence that conveyed more than regrets or disputes ever might. Back inside, we set aside the evening's upheaval. I filled 2 glasses with water and passed one to her. She accepted it wordlessly, gaze lowered. Yet a gentle warmth shone through, one absent for months. It wasn't full reconciliation, not quite, but it marked a promising start. The initial move forward after a night that threatened to shatter it all. We settled onto the sofa together. Sophia reached for her phone, wavered, then set it aside. She met my eyes. "Ryan, I really messed things up." I didn't intend to escalate it that far. I nodded thoughtfully. Sophia, errors occur. The key is our response to them. Tonight, you opted to return rather than intensify. That's the foundation for mending what's broken. Tell us in the comments, how would you have acted if you were Ryan? Explore the choices we make in these pivotal times and what they reveal about our principles and feelings. We pass the remaining hours in tender dialogue, words measured yet genuine. No blame, no raised voices, just raw truth. We explored our mutual hopes, our letdowns, and after so long, our visions for tomorrow. Sophia confessed how her ego and anxieties had fueled her behavior that evening, while I opened up about how my endurance had been stretched beyond what she may have known. As the clock struck midnight, the tempest subsided, yielding to a delicate yet hopeful tranquility. Sophia leaned her head against my shoulder briefly, not to erase the strain, but to recognize our joint commitment to overcoming it. And I gained a crucial insight. Often, the most powerful reply isn't aggression. It's serene insight combined with dignity. The manner in which you navigate a crisis can shape not only the moment, but the future ahead. If Ryan's strategy inspires you, remember to like, share your reflections on the resolution, and subscribe for additional narratives exploring themes of honor, affection, and inner strength. That evening concluded not with grand gestures or tearful regrets, but with profound comprehension, a silent recognition that affection, honor, and endurance could endure the toughest trials. Sophia returned not from dread or stubbornness. She chose home because the reality was presented calmly, without drama, solely with insight. And for the first time in months, a tender yet authentic ease settled in, reminding me that composure and self-assurance often prove far stronger than any dispute, any clash, or any hasty impulse.